It starts with one. All it's so unreal.
Bandidos, welcome in. We are live. It is Wednesday, January 17th, just after 1 p.m., streaming from the Pacific Northwest. It's a strange hour for me to be streaming, 1 o'clock. I don't normally do it at 1 o'clock, but I was just kind of hooked and just had to get in here because of some really cool builds. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn on the global event, Guardians. We're gonna run all 5 directives, and then we're gonna run one of these amazing future builds that I think are going to pave the way for hybrids coming in season 3. We're a couple of weeks away from that. Super psyched about it.
Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's a I know you're planning. I'm a send straight this water day, but I can't stare right there when I'm in this place because I feel this pain because you're all in my face. So listen up, 'cause you can't say nothing. You shut me down with the push of your pride, but yo, I'm out and I'm gone.
So I pinned in the top of the chat a nice little treat for you. That's this morning's video, so be sure to check that one out. And so it talks about all about a new series of builds that we're gonna see in the hybrid category, the 6-6 hybrids. And they're gonna be extremely powerful. And I ran them for several hours and I was like, yeah, the community is gonna love this. And so I just featured 2 of them, but there's gonna be a whole series of these and many different combinations. And so we're gonna explore a few of those combinations today using the scalpel, but this all has to do with Project Resolve. And it's something sort of the community is sort of overlooking in general. It's not that it's a secret or anything like that, but everybody's so focused on the Eagle Bearer and its lift in DPS, which isn't going to make the gun good. It's still going to have its. There's a lot of reasons why people don't run the Eagle Bearer, mostly because it doesn't handle well. And so just because a weapon is strong doesn't make it good, if that makes sense, you know. And now good is subjective, right? So, but I just know by community vote majority that most people don't like the Eagle Bearer because it handles very poorly, and you end up having to sacrifice so much damage, all that just to get a handle on it. So they're beefing up its DPS, but the reality is you have to end up modifying its handlers on your build anyways. So anyways, some people will disagree with that, but I don't know. All I gotta say is you don't see a lot of people running the Eagle Bear, you know, and maybe it's because not everybody has it. I don't know. I have 2 of them. You can have mine. What up, Wildfire? What's going on, Sick Jim? Action Jackson. Nicholas Jackson too. We got a couple of Jacksons in the house. What up? Chevy. Sick Jim, if I didn't say hi. Unhinged, Dobby. So, okay, so this is one of the builds, and, you know, I'll just kind of get things started with it, but there's so many different ways to go. It's going to be fun to toy around with. But as you can see, this is now today, because we don't quite have the buff, it's actually going to be running not a full 6 skill tiers. We're going to basically get 5 skill tiers, okay? And in the future with the buff, it'll be 6 skill tiers plus overcharge. So just keep that in mind. We're not going to be playing to its full potential yet, but coming in Project Resolve, we will. So let's change global directives. Let's put on all 5 of these. Let's head down south. Yeah, the shield sprinter is pretty cool too. Yeah. I mean, and I cycle through every weapon, so even if I, you know, don't prefer them as my go-to favorite, it doesn't mean I don't use the weapon. At least once. You know what I mean? At least once. And so I came up with a pretty good build for the Eagle Bearer when the Ninja Bike backpack came out, because you can run a lot of weapon handling. And it's the only time I really enjoyed the Eagle Bearer. And I realized the F2000 is getting a buff, and it's really exciting, and the shield splinter is going to be strong, and perhaps the best assault rifle when it comes to damage, but you still might not like it. You know what I mean? You still might not like it, or I'm just talking in general, you know? And so it comes down to what assault rifle do you perform best with? And the answer isn't always the same, even for the same person. It depends on when you ask them. You know what I mean? So because people evolve into different play styles and kind of get handles on weapons once they get practice with them, and kind of muscle memorize the recoil patterns if they're willing to, right? So, but the Eagle Bear has just never really made sense to me. Yeah, it's got a bigger mag, but the talent is just like, you know, you got to get 3 kills inside 10 seconds. You know what I mean? That's something, you know, that's something. And if you don't do that, then why are you even running it? It's basically a talentless assault rifle with a larger mag. Wouldn't you rather run the St. Elmo's? It's got great weapon handling and shocks targets also, and it has 70 rounds. I mean, I would, you know. So even though it's getting a DPS buff and on paper looks better than St. Elmo's, you know, the St. Elmo's is better. It's got a talent that actually does something, and a weapon handling mods. It handles, you don't have to compensate for it. And so that's what I mean by better, right? It's right out of the gate, it just performs. You don't need to adjust your build for it. I gotta get a little bit of ammo here. And that's how I say, and that's why I call them better. You know what I mean? So, and then it depends on the weapon, of course. There's different reasons why some weapons are better than others, but it's not damage. Like I could just give a flying F about more DPS. I mean, in season 3 of year 5, in my opinion, what we don't, it's not really damage that the game needs. You know what I mean? It's not. Do I like more damage? Sure. I mean, will I take it? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? But it's not really what the game needs. I mean, You know, so basically what people are going to be doing is they're just going to take their 4-piece striker build and they're going to swap out for the latest assault rifle that's looks better on paper. And the results are, this is the truth part right here. These are truths, is that the results are just going to be the same. You know, nothing's going to change. You're still going to survive the same content you've been surviving. You're still going to get the same, you know, kill placement against your team. You're still going to, you know what I mean? Nothing changes. And so, and what I'm talking about here is game changers. You know, those are the words that I want to be uttering out of my mouth in year 5. Game changer. Oh my God. I missed all the shots. You know, and like, if it's not a game changer worth of damage, then who cares? I mean, kind of who cares? You know? Get my butt kicked here. Damn it. Let's reset, yeah. You know, so like when we were looking at the Mantis with its 30% weapon damage, I mean, maybe that would have been game changer. I don't know. We didn't get to test it before they nerfed it. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, so it's got bumped. I mean, it's always been arguably one of the best assault rifles. It didn't, you know, it got outpaced when they introduced the St. Elmo's for a while, and now it's back on top, but who cares? Who cares? You know what I mean? It's not changing the game. Is it making the weapon more interesting than before? To some who care about every micro inch of damage, but a lot of us have realized that you have effective damage, and then anything over that is kind of waste, you know? Like, you're either there or you're not. You either have effective damage or not, you know? You're either got a fast time to kill or you don't. And so anything beyond that can be considered waste or inconsequential damage is, I think, the best way to describe it. You know, I'm killing him in 0.6 seconds, or I'm killing him in 0.7 seconds, or I'm killing him in 0.5 seconds. It, honest to God, does not matter. You know what I mean? It's just like, he died so fast. That's all that matters. He's fat. He's dead. But so that's why I'm not excited about those weapon damage changes. I just don't. I mean, it's a good rebalancing. I mean, we're gonna take it. Of course, I'll take every, you know, bit of damage, or anything that the devs are willing to give us is good at this stage, right? I get that. And so, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be a Debbie O Downer on this, but I'm just saying, like, I'd rather have interesting, you know. I'd rather they give us a better talent on the Eagle Bearer, or maybe one that gives that's easier to go immune, maybe, or something. Or I'd rather them fix these NPCs so that they stop glitching all the time. Because I keep catching them glitching, and it's annoying. So anyways, this is a tier 6, or will be. Right now it's not, it's tier 5, but it's going to be a tier 6 decoy, which is extremely powerful, as you can imagine, and we're one-shotting everything. So we got 6 reds and 6 skill tiers when they buff this. And so that's what this build is set to do, is to receive that buff. Oh, you lucky. Missed that, apparently. Yeah, and then some of the other exciting things, you know, they're kind of taken away. We don't know where the final result is yet, but, you know, they're decreasing the regen thing, and You know, something about this scalpel that's kind of interesting is that every now and again, a shot goes wild on it, and I don't know what that's about. You know, it's just like where I'm standing still, and then I just see the bullet just take off like up and to the right, like weird. As if you're shooting and moving at the same time with a sniper, which is really hard to do, and that's what can happen is your bullet, you know, decides to go out on its own journey. Oh, come here. That's quite a connection you got there, buddy. Good Wi-Fi, huh? Because I'm immune. What do we do? What up, CBR? What's good, man?
Incoming hostiles detected.
I'm out of bullets.
Damn, somebody's aggressive. Going all aggro on me.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'll secure that point.
Ah, that hurt. Oh, I didn't see you back there.
Serious trauma detected.
Ah, damn it.
Lost.
Oh, these guys. Yeah, you know, they come and they go, these headshots. I'm just getting warmed up.
Target lost.
It usually takes me a control point to
Agent detected.
get my thumbs where they need to be.
Rogue agent eliminated. Supply room access locked. Supply room access unlocked. Reinforcements moved. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
They're making us defend again. Is that what's going on here? Because I died. They do that.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh,
Back the fuck off.
Incoming hostiles detected.
he came out of nowhere, didn't he? Jesus, stop sidestepping.
access. Unlocked.
So there's that. Guess we're done. Yeah, we need a new gear set for rifles. That'd be really nice, right? Or pistols, like you're saying. I think that's what you're saying, right, Chris? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? What you talking about? Willis? More combo builds. It'd be interesting to get something that rivals Hunter's Fury. Hunter's Fury is a damn good gear set, very well built. I think it's built better than Striker, just because, you know, Striker's doesn't have much creativity to it. It's just shoot, stack, and get stronger, right? Where Hunter's Fury, you know, it's got a status effect, you got armor on kill,
Friendly control point detected.
and then you get stacking damage on kill for durations. There's radiuses that you got to stay within. It's interesting. What up, Ricardo? Yeah, Hunter's is good. What up, Bloody? Hunters is really good. And, you know, it's so interesting. You know, you see a lot of us using it outside of just your shotgun SMGs. Run it for pistols and even rifles. Oh, I didn't look at the map. What are we looking at for gear here? Mods. Yeah. What else we got? Oh, it's kind of a crappy map. Kind of.
Hostile control point identified.
Yeah, headshots are good with Hunter's Fury. I like that. I mean, on shotguns, I like headshot shotgun builds. They're really fun.
Reinforcements incoming.
Shit. Big group from behind, huh? All right. See how it is. Hurry. Oh, that explosion. I thought I was jumping to grab a trophy. I just have bad habits. I forgot I wasn't running a memento. Yeah, so today I'm playing with future builds, and so I'm just getting warmed up. And then kind of get a feeling of what I want to change on the build. So what I mean by future is future perfection. And so these builds are just really going to make some excellent hybrids. You know, you can go basically 6-6 or anything in between, and we haven't been able to do that before. So right now I'm running what will be with the coming update. It's 6 red tier and 6 skill tier build. So 6-6 combo. And that makes him extremely lethal. I mean, you can go with whatever there. Heals, attack skills, status effects, whatever, right? Just to come up with some strong stuff. And I played with the mechanical animal, came up with a good one there. And we got there's gonna be a lot of this. I'm gonna spend a lot of time with these fun concepts in coming season. But I gave a couple to get us started in the video that's pinned in the chat. But that's why I recommend people start in season 3, because they're going to be basically some of the strongest, if not the strongest, especially the assault rifle one. And so I'm not using the assault rifle one right now because I'm running all directives and I don't want to deal with the ammo. This guy needs to be dealt with. So yeah, this one hits about at 15 million on average without team buffs. And we got armor on kill. We got 6 skill tiers, 6 weapon cores, 1 armor core, armor regen. It's a Swiss Army knife of builds here. Oh, fuck, he got me.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
It's crazy we survived that, huh? You got it. I don't know why we didn't kill her. God, special ammo is painful. So otherwise, farming guardians, getting some more red stars so I can waste them on exotic components. Damn you foamers. God, is that all you guys do? Sorry, the only time I take damage is when I'm getting foamed. You know? It's the only way they can do it, huh?
Hostile detected.
Come here. Come find me. Ah, come on. Stay in my window of opportunity here. Fucker. I feel like when you put on the special ammo directive, they give too many enemies special ammo. It doesn't seem, it just doesn't seem fair. Such is life. Solo! What's up, man? Solo Dolo.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Damn, he's fast. That didn't count.
Serious trauma.
Damn, she was relentless. I think she landed every shot on my head. I hate you. You little sneaky son of a. Yeah, it's crazy that all these global events are going to be different next season. God, that's a big deal. Isn't it? I mean, we've been playing these same global events for a while. It's actually pretty darn exciting. Especially considering we play these things for like 2 weeks at a time. I do hope they're not too easy though. I mean, of course we want to farm the hell out of them. So fun is important, but the challenge is part of it.
Securing the position now.
Ah, fuck.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
How'd you get here?
Oh, damn. He changed real quick, didn't he? Don't you do it. I mean, he was busy. He changed his mind real fast. All right, I'm going to change it. Yeah, that's exactly where I build diversity. I'm excited for him because I mean, think about it. Like I just demonstrated only 2 examples, but man, I can't wait to really get into some of these. Like, imagine 6 blues with 6 skill tiers, and on the scalpel, that's a real possibility, you know, because our snipers can one-shot with 6 blues or 6 skill tiers. You know, without future, has nothing to do with future. And so we'll be able to do 6 blue cores and 6 skill tiers. And what can you do with that? You know, give yourself crazy heals on top of crazy armor regen or something. I mean, we can play with it right now if you want to. Let's see. I'd probably go like Memento, because if we're going to run 6 blues, then I'm going to want all of that regen coming in. And then I'd probably go maybe 2 pieces of hot shot, maybe even 3. I'd put on 1 bellstone to get more regen, but I don't know if I'd put it there. Maybe actually I don't have a choice. Let me see if I can put the bellstone over here in the chest. There we go. And then maybe another hot shot here. Okay, and then over here, probably the Murakamis for more regen. Like that. And then, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 blues right now, but we'll add more. And then we would have 6 skill tiers because of, well, I'd have to add 1 skill tier manually, actually. Dodge, best build for beginners to farm. I mean, Striker is important and Heartbreaker are important. Those are 2 really important builds. And just go with the basic setups, you know. Heartbreaker is usually the chest. It's a 4-piece gear set, and you know, chest and backpack. And then usually the gloves and the knees are all Heartbreaker. And then the mask and the holster, most people run the Picaros. holster with and then you put crits everywhere. The King Breaker as your primary weapon. It's an assault rifle. And then you have Technician. I know this is a lot of info in a short amount of time. Technician is your specialization. And then your mask is a variable. You can run the Coyote mask or the Catharsis mask. Those are both exotics. Or just run a regular Cheska mask for a crit chance. Got some options there. Actually, one of the things, before we go into the 6 blues, let me switch something out. One of the things I wanted to explore was Gunner. Let me run Gunner with this sniper because we don't really need. Hold on, let me switch these things. So sniper, let's see, pistol. What's our other weapon? That's it, really, huh? I'll put rifles just in case. Okay, so let's activate Gunner. We'll do the 6 blues after this one because I actually wanted to try what it's like to have more armor on kill with the ninja bike. And so this would be 10% armor on kill. And then we had, I mean, actually we could play into this, what we got going on here. This one, we would want those Brazos back. So that's our 2 skill tiers right there. So there's our 2. And then we get skill duration and repair skills there. And then over here, we can put another armor on kill by running Uzina. And so that's 30% armor on kill right there. So 10, 20, and then 30 from that. And we got a lot of weapon handling. So that's the only reason why I'd stick with sharpshooter is because I'd want to keep that weapon handling. And also, you know, you have a nice scope and just some other little mini perks, but things you can live without, you know. So I wanted to just try this. Yeah, and so most of it, yeah, you don't need the exotics dodge for that one. Here, let me give you a video. There you go, dodge. So it's the second build. Okay, so that's talking about XP farm and best loot farm, but it's the second build that you're looking at. All right, and then you're just gonna go with based on what you have, and then I give you options in that video. And so, because I'm running the St. Elmo's exotic, and that is a recommended. Hey, but that's, by the way, speaking of which, my next video for new beginners, players, and returning players is going to be the mandatory exotics every new player should get first. Obviously, you want every exotic in the game. But there's the first exotics you got to farm for. And I don't think the list is what you would expect it to be. You know what I mean? I think that's why I want to make the video. And so anyways, I'm posting this video in the chat here for both sides there. So that's, you know, those are my top two builds to grind, basically. Especially for XP on the first one. But the other one's one build that it's for countdown, and for new players, countdown is gold, right? It's a gold mine there.
Hostile control point identified.
What gear do we have down here again? So Dodge, you'll see me running the St. Elmo's and then the exotic holster in that one, the shocker punch, but I'm pretty sure I give options in that video in case you don't have those exotics. Either way, the easy answer is Picaro's holster, King Breaker. So we're hitting at 10 million. That was a crit though. We don't want to. You need to be able to hit at 9.8 non-crits. So I don't know if we have enough damage. I mean, once you get a kill, you're at 16. I mean, we're good now, right? Come back. Oh, you see that armor on kill? That's nice. It's 30% right there. Yeah, 10, 20, 30 plus the regen. For my sniper builds, I actually don't need a lot of armor on kill. I prefer to have a balance between regen and armor on kill. So this might be a little excessive. Where maybe I want more damage instead on one of these armor on kill slots. So we'll see in a minute here. I need to test that damage out. Because if we have too much damage, then I'll just leave it. Come on, dude. Give me that head. You in the back. You in the back. Oh, you suck. Gotcha, you fucker. Okay, cool. So I think we lost our headshot buff. So let's see if we can take an elite. I need that technician in the back there. Oops, that's not what I really wanted to do. I needed my nemesis. That's what I meant. Fuck it. This boss doesn't want to come out and play, huh?
Incoming hostiles detected.
I'm on Xbox. If you're asking me. You're not. But in case you were asking me, I'm on the Xbox. Sorry, when I'm sniping, you know, I'm all down scope. Ah, that was a horrible shot. I need a fresh target. Waste my shot on purpose so that I can take this lady. Don't shoot my targets, you fucks. She's mine. Yeah. I'm feeling it's too low. Try this guy. Come on. Ah. Yeah, 8.7. We're too low. Okay, so let's give it to the Uzi now. And then that's gonna give us 30% more headshot damage right there. 40% technically. 30 really. 30 or 40, what is it, Tusk? Senor Tusk Tux? I'm all tongue-tied right now. Can't talk. 10.1. I don't know if we have enough yet.
Enemy on our flank.
So I added more headshot damage, but then I added a blue core, so kind of offset some of that. God damn it. So let me put on another one, a red one. There we go.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Okay, here's a test. Give me a head, give me a head. 9.5, we're still shy by 300,000.
I'll watch for that.
Guy was beefy. Up, Grumps? Early stream, yeah. I did trigger finger itch. Needed a scratch, so here I am.
Access unlocked.
I was saying that I don't normally stream at this odd hour. I started at like 1. I was like, it's an odd hour to stream, but I had to get in here. It's because I was running these 6.6 builds, you know, and they were extremely fun to use. Now I'm toying around with them, but they're extremely potent and, you know, with all the utility. And so you can get really creative with them, whatever you want to do, you know. Like, oh, do I want armor kill? Do I want regen? Do I want really strong heals? Which is always fun for a sniper, to put out some good heals while you're sniping from cover to help your allies. That's always a fun option. You're not going to, you know, obviously do as much as a healer does, but 6 skill tiers on a hive is good. Your team would appreciate it. You don't always need it because you're playing from cover. Okay, got a lot of junk mods in that session. So that's that. If I wanted to get rid of the Murakamis, I don't need armor on kill. And I guess I can run the Habsburg with armor. And then pick up more damage and armor that way, and then get rid of regen. Kind of going off of what I have in my bag already. Crazy handling, it'd be nuts too. We could try that on a future build. We haven't done that. So we got, let me see, one there. And then we would need a striker there. We've created these in the past, so we kind of got the formula. So I think we run... I know we get a contractor's glove somewhere. And then on the chest, we run, I think is it Overlord that we do? No, we do run with the Bellstone. We do keep one Bellstone for armor on kill. And then I can go put back on Sharpshooter for this one. And then down here on the knees. Let me see, where's my weapon handling on this? So we're at 76%. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. So let's go put on. So Sharpshooter is going to give us more stability. And so I'm looking for like a mix here. So we'd have 6 skill tiers. I think we have to keep one Bellstone. I mean, we have to keep an extra skill tier on the build. So I could either load one on or run a what do you call it? A Brazos. So I could either put on a skill tier directly or run a Brazos. Which I feel like a skill tier. Well, not if I want to run a 6 red. I think I need a Brazos. Okay, let's come up here. But if we ran Technician, maybe we should try that. We haven't done that yet. Let's do that. Technician instead. I know, I'm all over the place. Let's put you here. Because the reason why I actually wanted to run the Artificer Hive with the decoy and get like a perma decoy thing going. And then that also liberates me of the Brazos. Yeah, Christmas came early. Yeah, I think it was a guy from France. He came through and dropped a bunch of subs to people, gifted subs. That was in last night's stream. It was 5 in the morning his time. So we got a skill tier here, a skill tier there. The gun's gonna give us 4. So we're set on skill tier, so I don't need the Brazos anymore, which is good. And then that opens up our weapon handling. And so we're gonna need the Nemesis, we're gonna need that. This gives us weapon handling. That gives us our armor on kill and our regen, so that should be all our survivability that we need. We're gonna do that. And then we're going to put the Artificer Hive on. And then we're gonna toss that on the decoy and then charge it up. So our range is good. Stim charges. Do that one. Duration. All right. But I feel like we have everything we need. Except we don't need that much armor. So let me pull off 1. 1.1 is fine. So let me pull off 1 here. It's got to be a Habsburg. Or I can also run the red bellstone here. Hold on, I can switch this chest piece to the halves. Like that. Put that there, and then we'll run the red bellstone down here. There. Well-rounded build. Healthy. We are healthy. Cool. So 1% armor regen, 10% armor on kill. And we're chain killing, so that should do it. And then the decoy, long duration to keep people off our backs. This is for weapon handling. And then we got more weapon handling. And then we got weapon handling here, obviously chain killer. And then, I mean, headhunter. And then we got headshot damage and marksman rifle damage. And then we got marksman rifle damage and handling. Headshot damage. And so we're not max out in handling. And I don't think I need to. $75% is pretty good. So, I mean, you could push this up to 100. I just don't think I need to. So, let me keep it there. Keep it balanced, not go nuts. All right, let me reset this. All right, it's tester. This would be a good team build, depending on if we get the damage we're looking for. Otherwise, one way to do it is just to get rid of the striker. That's probably what I would change. If I was running that with the team, that's what I would change, is get rid of the striker. And put on another piece of hot shot for 30% headshot damage. So we're probably going to be hitting around... Let's see if we're going to hit over 10. It's going to be damn close. Oh, we need ammo. It's good, Sebastian. How are you doing, man? Sebastian in the house. Sebastian, what time zone are you in? Oh shit, we don't have ammo loading because I'm running technician. Sorry, I'm standing there for no reason. So we need to kill for ammo. And then we gotta go fetch that ammo too. There it is. Excuse me. Need that. Ah. Shit. We're in a pickle. Get off me.
Immediate medical assistance.
Oh, you fuckers. Yeah, it sucks starting out with no ammo and then nobody to kill without waking up the whole control point. Let's go over here. Yeah, the map sucks today. The gear all sucks. I mean, farming mods is good if you're looking for printer filament. So there's that. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the notes have to say. You know, I don't think we're gonna see. Has anybody heard different? But I don't think we're gonna see gear into PTS for season 3. But if so, I think it would come now. You know what I mean? It'd be in this next PTS. The new exotic and new brand sets and gear sets. So they don't always do PTSs for new season gear, but since they're running a PTS anyways, they should. You know, why not? 11.9. I don't know if we had a hand under though. I think we might have. From the pistol kill. So the hive sort of doesn't make sense because of the direct curves. So, you know what I mean? Because every time I throw out my decoy, it resets that hive. So that's lame. To test this, I have to kill the directives. I don't technically have to throw it, so I could just keep it on my back and then get the free dealio, but I want that decoy. So there's a, you know, there's that roaming drone that comes off of your artificer. And so that's a free buff to yourself.
Reinforcements in place.
So I don't have to throw that. But I think there might be a distance limiter to it though. Like if we're really far away from this skill, like we are right now. Oh, I'm out of ammo again. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Ain't it? Ain't it? But damage-wise, it looks like we have it. Oh, can't afford a missed shot. With this one, we might be able to run 3 pieces hot shot actually. Yeah, so let me switch some things around. I got some ideas. So I know the damage is working. So let me first take off that skill. Cool skill, and then let's take off pistol arrow because I don't want to think about that right now. Genghis from Milwaukee. What's up, man? How's the weather over there? Did you get pelted with ice like the rest of us? It's finally starting to melt over here, but still pretty bad. It's actually like bad for my health just to get to my office to work. It's risky. Solid ice, sloped. The ice is sloping because of the way it accumulated. I had to go out there with the sledgehammer just to clear a little path for me to walk. Okay, so I gotten some ideas. So what I'm gonna do is, let's take off the belt zone here. Oh wait, I'm running a striker. So let's take off the striker and then let's run hot shot with weapon handling, but I don't want to run the armor, so I'll keep that red. And then I want to run 3 pieces so that we have the full 4 set. The reason why, okay, let me hear me out. So I've been saying that this is glitched, right? Hotshot and the decoy are glitched when you throw it out, but because of the artificer, I can keep that thing juiced up so I don't have to throw it out and keep losing my stacks. And then we get some pretty good weapon handling too. 45, 75 stability. I could throw on more weapon handling. I think we can afford it. So let me see if we have a red one with weapon handling over here. No, I don't. I could put on... See if I replace my gloves, which I don't even know if it's an option. Let's see if I have a hot shot here with handling. Knees. We do have a heartbreaker. I've run that. You can. That's fine. We'll just keep it here. But we'll run a few tests and then see what the damage is like. And then see if we can afford some more weapon handling.
Hostile control point nearby.
So now we don't have to worry about cool skills. And so what I'm gonna do is toss out my decoy a little ways and see if my drone will heal it or boost it, or if I'm too far away. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I'm good. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so 10.9, so we got the damage. And my decoy, what? Got killed or something? What happened to my decoy?
Reinforcements en route.
Who's shooting me? Oh, please don't tell me that's you way over there. You're throwing this out. Throwing that out. And now we got auto reload and armor on kill coming from Hotshot too. Yum yum. Stop foaming my decoy. Handling feels tight, so it's good. Okay, forget you. Getting bonus armor now from this set. 19.4. So yeah, this is good. So because the decoy is making these guys easy pickings. You know, and that's the risk with running 4 pieces of Hotshot without Determined, is that you'll lose your Determined buff a lot, but the decoy makes them act like bozos. So oh, I can't see shit. Come here. God, look at that decoy. It's lasting, huh? It's about to time out in a minute, though. I need a kill from... Oh, he's all the way in the back. Still got 10 charges on that fucker. That's crazy, man. It's lasting the whole control point. Okay, stack up some kills to get that artificer charged.
I'll patch you up. Get a finish off that.
Oh, fucking immune. It wasn't a headshot kill, but I'll take it. That decoy lasted the whole thing, and we took a while.
Detecting additional hostile.
So I'll let it clear now. What up, Spazzy? Bartos. $10.9. Yeah, we're looking good on damage. Aw, got linked. I'm gonna try fighting next to my decoy now. Let's see how that goes. Because this way, you never run out of charges. But I'm not sure we're worried about it. Because, I mean, those charges lasted half the control point. I mean, that's good enough for me. The entire first wave. Much longer than that, sort of unnecessary. Doesn't work as well like this, though. See that? How it just timed out? Maybe because I didn't get enough kills, too. Because we're waiting.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
So what I'm gonna do is put the decoy here. Oh, I'm gonna glam one of these, I promise. Ooh, one shot at the boss. And we had the event stack, so we cheated.
Supply room access unlocked.
Oh, you suck, dude. Well, I'll just leave you with my decoy. Yeah, so that thing is pretty strong, huh? I'm digging it. It's a cool concept. So for me, I'm just kind of playing around with the distance of things, you know what I mean? How far can we throw it? How far can we wander from it? I think you get a little line, right? I gotta pay attention to that. Like, there should be a little line, a digital line that connects, that shows that you're connected to your skill. Let me see if that's the case. Pick this up. So that's the buff we're talking about. But it's slower. You know what I mean? It seems to be slower, like, because it's not consuming. And so it ends up timing out. See that? Where it would have gone forever if we would have just left our hive there. These guys suck. Their immune dude is on the other side. There he is. Come to play. And now he's running away. What the F? It's all random, man. I know they look tactical, but it's all random movement. They're basically got the same patterns as pigeons. You ever seen A Beautiful Mind where he's tracking pigeons? It's that's basically what I see here, you know. They just move so much it makes them look tactical, and they end up next to you eventually because they're always moving, but they're pigeons. They don't know where they're going. But these pigeons can shoot. 10.9.
Friendly control point nearby.
Yeah, I don't know, Spaz. It's always kind of irritated me. Cause it's like dumb behavior, you know. Run in and then run out. It's just like, just pick a spot, man. Damn, I'm fucking dizzy.
Vital signs critical.
Fuck. Actually, let me just run. We got no regen, so let me heal. That directive didn't let us heal all the way. So we got 16 there, and obviously we're not getting to tier 6 today, right? Because we don't have the buff yet from Project Resolve. But each tier is going to give us +4, basically. Charges, and then the efficiency gets better too by 100%, it looks like. And then we get the crazy overcharge. Yeah, this is going to be a sick one right here.
Control point identified.
Get the most out of your decoy. It's going to outlast, though. It's, you know what I mean? Because you don't stand in one spot that long.
Reinforcements incoming.
Definitely not shooting at me, though. It's pretty nice because even when you switch weapons, then, you know, your hive is still, you know, still getting the job done. You know, when I lose my skill tiers because I switched to the Nemesis, the hive is still there, still got his charges, you know. Come on, dude. Too late. Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on, pigeons. Look at her. Ice skating. Cheats. Fuck it. Let's get over there. That all started to get weird because my decoy went away. They started acting their normal selves.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Decoy's gonna be there for a while. Come on, guys. Got a little buddy over here. Come to Papa. Here they come. Oh, that was a horrible shot, Tux. Right on the shoulder, I think is what it was. Okay, let me destroy this. We need to displace. Wyvern, protected reload. Snare. No, thank you. Where we at, folks? Where the bad guys at? Call them out. Call them when you see them. The screen shake kind of sucks, you know, from the explosion. Ah.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh. Impossible. Damn, she's fast. She got all the way over there. Oh my god. She's the worst one. God roll headshot damage. Not that I need it. But I'm gonna take it because it's so pretty. Ooh, got 11% PFE. There it is. That's the one.
Supply room access unlocked.
Thinking about what I've got going on here. I kind of miss sharpshooter. I feel like breath control's got sneaky abilities. But the artificer, you can't get the artificer. Gosh, I wish they fixed that. There's the only one way to get the artificer, you know? Run technician. What are you gonna do about that? Oh, she's got 11? That's great. Yeah, that's good for new players, man. Like, just stack up on all your 11s, you know, till you get 12s, till you get 13s. Oh, horrible shot.
Reinforcements en route.
It's perfect. That auto. We got auto reload, unlimited decoys. It's perfect. Till that guy got into my corner. Really? You weren't even looking at me. Did you see that? Oh my lord. Her grenade went sideways and she started shooting at the other one. That is so broken. I don't even know what to say. It's like the grenade was programmed in itself, not listening to its master. Okay, so now we gotta switch out. So we got El Jefe over here. Get out of his view. Got something for you. Dude, these gotta hurt. Just saying. That, yeah, it lasted the whole control point. Super stoked. I like this build.
Additional hostile contacts.
We're not done with it too. I think there's more we can play with. Oh, that was lame. The hell? Get off me, dude.
Watch my back. Reloading. This is mine.
Fuck. Those turret guys are annoying because they bend over. They purposely try to get you to miss. What's going on over here? That's so weird. There's a decoy out there for you guys to straighten up that act.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Yeah, they should loosen up Hotshot. It's pretty strict. It's hard without Determined. You know? It's really strict. Oh my god, dude. Stop wiggling. Ah. after all that landed on the body. So yeah, 2 decoys. Still, that's all it took.
Supply room access unlocked.
Oh, that's a good point. A card pistol. Yeah. So let's see. Let me see what I want to do here. I mean, I guess I can get rid of this 4th piece and swap that out for just flat out armor on kill and see if we're doing just as good. That's mainly why I wanted the 4th piece, but I'll do that. I think if I run a Raldi here instead, I'll win with weapon handling. Like if we mark that, so that's 30% headshot damage. That's 40% total headshot damage. If I go Raldi, then we'll pick up 15 plus 10, which is 25, plus 10% marksman rifle damage, which is 35. So we're down 5, but we gain weapon handling. Granted, marksman rifle damage is not the same as headshot damage, but close enough. Yeah, that's amazing. That's the 1886 behind a Crusader shield is crazy. If you think about it, that's like sniping with a shield. And you run determined, I mean, but if you're running Hunter's Fury, you don't need it. You're better off using speed. But you can. and you know, in case you get in a pinch, fuck. You know, it's crazy how invulnerable you could be that way. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, stuck on something. Oh, he got up just in time, didn't he? What do you know? It's like he knew I was there. What are the odds of that? And then that one glitched. I landed the shot anyways. He's glitching too.
Reinforcements incoming.
Look at him, just standing there. Fish in a fucking barrel. Has anybody actually fished in a barrel before? Poor fish. Anybody dynamite fish before? My dad's into fishing. He's a fisherman. Not with dynamite, but... Pretty sure it's illegal, huh? So, you don't have to admit it. Give me a fucking shot. You gonna fight or you gonna run around, lady? Jesus. How do you just take it? I need this civilian to get out of my zone. My foxhole. Go dig your own foxhole, lady. Oh, fucker. All right, let's crush this shit. Get ready for the next wave. A glitch again. Man, they're messing with me with those glitches. They're horrible. Just disappearing on you.
Detected.
Named enemies on her can't seem to one shot. Yeah, King. If you're, are you running the full armor? I'm assuming that's what you're doing. The 1.9 million or whatever, 6 armor cores. If so, then yeah, you're not going to be able to one-shot bosses. Most bosses, assuming you're playing solo, are going to be, you know, I mean, there's weaker bosses that are closer to like 12, 14 million. And then most of them are about 18 million. I'll show you in a second. Most bosses are about 18 million. And so I build with the philosophy that you shouldn't, depends on your play and the build, so there are conditions to this, but in general, that I build for the 48 NPCs that you have to kill that come along with the 2 bosses per control point, you know what I'm saying? And so if you wanted to one-shot those bosses, you're gonna have to peel back some of that armor for the most part. Does that make sense? You can absolutely do it, but you have to peel back your armor. Is this guy ever gonna come back to the fight? Yeah. There's some builds that I am adamant about shooting one-shot bosses. So here's another thing. Use your nemesis specifically against the bosses. So when the boss comes out, you have a better shot of one-shotting them with the nemesis. Not the TAC 50, because the TAC 50 is nerfed against named enemies. So there's that. So what you have to do is basically track what your nemesis is hitting for, because that's really your one shot. Are you even using the nemesis? Let me know that if you're using the nemesis. Some people don't use the nemesis at all as a backup weapon. But yeah, that's what I use the nemesis for. My nemesis is my boss killer. Yeah, that's reasonable. And no matter what, some bosses you're just not gonna be able to one-shot, right? Like, so sometimes they'll give you a chunga with the helmet, those heavies. The machine gunners, LMG guys, you know. So there's conditions there. Obviously, you know that, I'm sure. Here, I'll show you the damage here in a second. Let me clear this control point, and then I'll show you the damage you need to hit. And so in order to kill the boss, you're obviously going to need the full chain killer stack. Oh my god, you... Who's this other guy? There was a guy that ran by me. Mouth breather.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
It's crowded here. Let's do this. Setting up the target.
Ooh, what was that? This guy's getting hammered, isn't he? Still putting shots out on me, though.
Serious trauma detected.
Am I gonna bleed out? Oh, my decoy's out. That's it. Oh, you saw that, right? Oh my god, you glitchy little NPCs. They're breaking the
Civilians in
code.
distress.
Okay, so here's the damage numbers. So let's take a quick look here that you need to hit. So we're looking at the named column all the way to the right, and then we're looking at heroic column or row. So row, heroic, column, named, and it's 19.7 is what you have to hit. Now it's sort of an average because there's some bosses that are less, like sniper bosses, and then there's some that are more. Or then there's some you can't kill no matter what with one shot. It's always two shots, like the helmet guys or heavies. But if I'm playing from cover, like full time, then I'm a little bit more adamant and want to one shot those bosses. I'm like, yeah, if I'm in cover, then you know, I'm gonna redistribute power. If I can, but it depends on the gap I'm trying to fill, because what am I willing to lose to one shot 1 out of 50 or 1 out of basically 25 enemies? Because that's what bosses are. They're 1 out of 25, and if you're doing control points, you know. And if they're not, you know, if you're doing missions, then what? What are missions? Like 1 out of, you know, maybe you got 1 at the end, right? Or 3. And in that case, it's going to be really hard to one-shot all 3 of those bosses like at Lincoln Memorial. I mean, almost impossible.
Civilians in danger.
I mean, nothing's impossible, but you're not going to have all the NPCs to load up your stacks on. I might want that backpack. Look at that, so calm, huh? So Foundry is supposed to get a buff on the regen side too, so it's not the worst thing to be farming right now. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I hope they reapproach Tip of Spear. I don't think they got enough feedback on it. They just made the change and nobody said anything. You know. I mean, who gave them the intel in the first place? When they make changes like that, they should put up a forum and be like, hey, we made a change to Tip of Spear. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Submit it here. Bring back the old tots. Yeah, I agree. They did it because I'm pretty sure for the raid. You know, I think that they mentioned in one of their live streams, and this is back in, I think, season 12 or 11. Season 1, actually. They mentioned stuff about, oh, you know, we want to nerf determined because people are one-shotting bosses in the raid. And I was like, what does that have to do with determined? I mean, they're doing that without you don't have to have determined to one-shot a boss in the raid. It makes it faster. I agree. Look at that. We got a Godworld crit chance mod. 2 Godworld mods that are helpful that I don't need. And so ever since then, I just kind of I look at their changes that they're making. They're like, God, they really want to take out exploits, you know. And so I always take that into consideration when I'm trying to interpret their nerfs, basically, or their reworks on gear. I look at that, you know, from that perspective. I look at it from that perspective, like where and why would they nerf this, right? Like, and I think tip of spear, I don't know that strategy particularly. I know there is one, but I don't know how it works step by step. But tip of spear is used in some sort of raid mechanic to one-shot something. Well, that's right. That's right. So if you have a tip of spear build, I remember now, it's been a one, this is just one example. You can one-shot Razorback. Have you seen that? You have to hit it at the right angle. And so you have to hit it at like an up angle. And so you stand right under its weak point and you hit it at an up angle. And then you can one-shot that thing. So I probably can't do that anymore. What do you think? Yeah, I know they are solo. That Hunter's Fury build is ridiculous. I mean, that's why I like that Hunter's Fury build. If you can get good with that Hunter's Fury build, understanding the mechanics, which isn't hard, but a lot of people miss that. You know, they miss
Civilians in distress.
that to use a stronger weapon first, get your headshot kill, then switch to your determined. Some people start trying to go with determined on heroic control points with all the directives right away with their 1886. It's like there's nobody to chain kill on. You're you're not gonna hit. I mean, the Nemesis can barely come out of the gate and hit 10 million. The Nemesis can barely do it. It's the strongest non-specialization sniper in the game. You know, all red Nemesis, you know, it's like without a headhunter stack is what I mean. Without a headhunter stack, you know, right out of the gate. So it has a hard time hitting 10 million. You can, and you do, but you have to have a fully red buffed build, you know. So the 1886 is nowhere near the Nemesis. It's half the Nemesis's damage with less headshot allocations. So it's just like, so yeah, no, you're not going to be able to come out of the gate and start chain killing elites. You know what I mean? You have to do the mechanics, which aren't bad with, you know, you just need 2 headshot kills, just 2. That's it for an entire control point, just 2 until you lose it. And then maybe you have to get 2 more, but you know, so 4, 5 headshot kills, actual headshot kills out of 50 enemies is not too shabby. See if we can get this guy to come out. Play. There he is. We can get him to walk in a fucking straight line too. There it is. Oh, they destroyed my decoy. Really? Jesus, right? I mean, come on. Oh, timed out. Fuck. Great. They're not doing a very good job of coming out of cover and dying. Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
So like this boss, for example, she's not as heavy. So if I was fully buffed, I could have killed her with one shot.
Fucking the enemy. Who was that?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oops.
I hit that true son.
Stop. His timing is perfect with the Nemesis charges. Like, every time he stands up, I have my charge. It's annoying. Okay, I'm not gonna let go. I'm gonna wait. There it is. He changed his behavior on that one. God, she's not coming out. Yeah. Oh, another body shot. I keep doing it.
Back around here.
Oh, another body shot.
Engaging target. Time to set up a turret. Take your position. Securing the area.
Can you secure it faster? Look, I'm right here. I'm just waiting for you to shotgun me in the face. What is this? This is better place to fight? There it is.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Here, by the decoy. See the decoy? That's where I want you to be. Going the wrong way, boss. Come back, I just shot you in the butt. 16 million butt shot. Ugh, I don't know what's wrong with him. Yeah, I'm disappointed by that too. I was just like, they fixed, they made an emergency stop to fix the festive delivery backpack, which I understand didn't fix anything. And then they're not going to give us stabilize. What's wrong with stabilize? Like, why would you give us a new talent and not let us use it? How's that not on the priority list? I mean, the hours went into development of this talent, you know? And you can only use it on a named weapon, which I like it on that named weapon. Don't get me wrong, but there's so much testing that needs to be done. And maybe, I mean, I ran it on the TKB and it felt absolutely great. And so, but my TKB wasn't god rolled, and I'm not gonna try to farm. I mean, the odds of finding that. TKB with god rolls, and I don't want to spend my optimization resources on it to optimize it, or any version that I'm looking for. You know, those are, I mean, that's hours of farming that goes into optimization. Days, weeks, months of farming, you know? So optimization is just as expensive as expertise, aside from the exotic components. Optimization is extremely expensive. It's ridiculous. I mean, if you look at those tactical assessments that you need, and then you pay attention to what resources go into those, and how many you consume, plus the resources on top of those that you need to optimize, it's crazy expensive. And then if you look at it from a perspective that one SHD optimization credit costs you 1 watch point, right? Calibration, SHD calibration credit costs you 1 watch point. 1 watch point costs you, what do you guys say? Like, well, if you're doing 15 an hour, is that what you do? Basically. I mean, well, I mean, I guess it just depends with if you're running directives enough. If you're not, then it's much more expensive. Yeah, it's all crazy. It's scary sometimes when I look at it from a time perspective. Like the other day, I filled up something and it cost me 50 watch points. I think it was, I took a bunch of like electronics or something like that. Needed to refill electronics or something. It was like 50 watch points. Holy shit. That's at least 2.5 hours with 5 directives on heroic, you know, for electronics. But that's faster than farming for electronics in the open world, so it is more efficient still. Because if you had to go around opening all the electronic boxes, they're not going to all be sitting next to each other, are they? Come on, get him. Oh my god. The way he moves, it's just so frustrating.
Coming. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Oh, now you're immune, of course. Got nobody to kill now. It's all fucking immune. Where is the Guardian? I mean, there's no Guardian. There's no. Who am I supposed to shoot? Oh, good. He's way over here inside the house. We're just where we needed him to be. Fucking dog.
Assistance needed.
Come out and finish this. You're not going anywhere.
Now I need to find another boss. This is getting annoying because there's no freaking bosses. They're all on the other side of the map. This is one of those situations that you pray doesn't happen to you in a Guardians event, right? It's like there's no boss. They're on the other side of the map. It's the worst scenario. It didn't happen just one time. It happened multiple times. I think it's all because of these
Vital signs critical.
other people. I'm about to die. Yeah.
Agent down.
All right, let's kill ourselves.
Agent vital signs 0.
We cleared everything anyways. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. Like, that's what I say. Just like, yeah, it's come to what I expect with every update. Like, yeah, there's going to be bugs. And, you know, that's reasonable with every game, right? They're not going to come bug-free. Nothing is. But you just don't want any game breakers. You don't want any, you know, we broke the entire game on release, you know? I do have high expectations, though, for the Division 2, more than other games at this stage. Like, and I feel like I'm being fair, you know, because they are making me play an extra month in the same season so that they could have more development time, you know? And that's a big, tall freaking order. I mean, it just drowns the season now. It gets that drowns it in time, and it makes even these special events drowns them in time. When you play any special event too much, Golden Bullet, even your favorite one, it gets dull. You know, too much of anything, right? It gets dull, and we love these events. I mean, I love Reanimated, and I didn't play it for the full 2 weeks because it gets dull. Too much of anything, kind of. So it's not the greatest gift. Now, they used to do it as like a special circumstance back in the day, and it felt special back then, you know, and it felt like it was worth it back then when they would do that because of something to compensate us for something, you know. And so I was like, yeah, that's cool. But now it feels like a punishment. No, but for new players, I hope you reap it because it's a nice treat to have 2 weeks of a global event and red stars. I mean, you help you load up on exotics and whatever. And I'm glad to have it right now at the back half of the season. when we're about to break into a new season. But I don't really need a month long of global events, you know, because that's what we have. We have this one back to back with Golden Bullet. $493, $627. Look at these new players. This guy's bright, huh? Look at Captain Zane's armor. Woo-wee. Let's inspect him. He's running a lot of armor, man. Look at that shit. Let's see, Captain Zane, inspect. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's build is built with a purpose, huh? It's kind of rando, but he's looking for armor. Level 30 gear. Why is he running level 30? Wait, I'm confused. How is a level 30 character even in the same safe house as me? Is that possible? I mean, did he come from New York? I mean, why is this? He would have level 40 gear at this stage, right? He doesn't have a watch? Is that the deal? I guess so. I guess so. But, you know, I thought that he would be in a different world tier. No, you can be with level 40s. I'm trying to remember. I've never played from that perspective, like not had the expansion, so limited knowledge here. But that's right, because some people try to play with you on a mission and then they're like, oh, I don't see that mission, I don't see that mission, and it's like, oh, you don't have warlords, but you can still group up with me. But like, it's weird. I mean, there's an icon that's next to his head that's different than the rest of us. Is that something to do with it? Like, look at that guy over there, Sin. I gotta look at Sin. See if he's in World Tier 2. No, so he's not. So he's got his watch. And then that's the symbol, is the up arrow. This guy's already at it, man. Look at 170, and he's already got his deceit mask. You know what I mean? And he's actually got a pretty interesting build here. So he's got the ninja unlocking a skill tier with 3-piece striker and armor on kill plus armor on kill. That's actually a pretty decent build. Perfectly efficient. And then he's got a decoy with the defender. He's probably doing a lot of PvP, I would guess. He's running the rifle with in sync, which doesn't make a ton of sense. But he's probably playing a lot of PvP, I would guess, based on that build. Or, I mean, it'll work for PvE, of course, but... Anyways, it always surprises me when I see a watch 170 with something like the Ninja Bike backpack. And then look at his outfit. And then he's got the deceit mask. I mean, I'm surprised. How do you get all that stuff, right? Like, 170 watch points isn't much time in the game. So, kudos to you guys. There's one, Sushi Knight. There's one that has guaranteed crits, and it is the Diamondback Exotic Rifle. It's based off of the 1886. It's the only, as far as I remember, I think that's the only way to get guaranteed crits in the game. It's called Snake Bite, the talent. And basically, it'll randomly mark a target, and when you hit that marked target, it's guaranteed crits for like 5 seconds or something like that. It's a difficult talent, though. Most people, I'd say it's more of a, it's more of like a challenge. It feels like you're running an extra directive when you're running that one. So I need to open these things before. Yeah, I love it in Descent. I do like it in Descent, actually. Because you're always in, it's the small proximity. I mean, the small rooms means you're close proximity to everybody. And so I feel like those marked targets are always easy to snatch. Model 700 was determined already. The Model 700 basically carried me all the way through the world tiers on my new character. Am I forgetting some, Grumpy? Oh yeah, perfect. Determined. I forgot about Determined. Good one. Good one. They need to work First Blood. That would be one that would make sense there. The sniper talent. Guaranteed crit on first hit. I'd like to see that. Anything good coming out of this? Come on. Got nothing. That was a lot of gear to not get crap. I think we just opened 12 caches. Yeah, you know, Descent does serve a decent purpose. Like, I feel coming out of Descent that, well, like, going into Descent, let me put it this way. Going into Descent, when I was first introduced, but before I ever played it, I was like, it looks like, I mean, it's a simulation, and I feel like it's a training sim, you know, to help new players get acquainted with talents and how builds work, synergies, you know, and get you to think about synergies and stuff. The downside is that it's difficult to use it for that because they rewrote the descriptions of many of the talents, right? They're unique in there. So some of that stuff doesn't translate into the open world or whatever, the LZ. But it does get you to think about builds and synergies and stuff like that. And it's fun coming up with a concoction. I do enjoy that game mode. Where is he going? Come here, pigeon. Jesus. I mean, he dropped his turret and then took off. Man. he's taking off again. I just don't have a good angle here. And then this guy takes so long to get anybody up. It's ridiculous. I mean, I get timed out just looking at him. It's kind of becoming a drag. For some reason, this game mode's becoming a drag right now. I don't know, the last 2 control points, 2 or 3 control points, they've... 2, really. That monument one, and then this one, it's just like... Sometimes they're slow start. And then other times, they're just like... They lay out there, like... Waiting for you to shoot them in the head. And if you don't move quick, you get shit like this, huh? Throw a grenade on yourself, man.
Get the open. Right there. Shoot. Loaded. Destroy that thing. I'm reloading.
She gave me the one-eyed Willy. You guys ever catch their necks doing that weird thing where like it looks like they break their own neck when they're looking at you? Happens quite a bit. They're usually in cover when it happens. They're in cover and they're kind of looking at, and their neck goes in a weird angle.
I'm out of bullets.
These things are gonna get a 20% RPM boost, and that's nuts. It's already fast. I usually do P-Wolf, yeah. It's my preferred way. TAC 50. It's faster to use, easier to handle than the Nemesis, has less weapon sway. And it hits harder depending on your build setup. Most sniper builds, it hits harder unless you have a lot of actual marksman rifle damage on your build, like a Raldi. Like if you're running 2 pieces of Raldi, and then 2 pieces of Habsburg, and then 2 pieces of what's it called? Hotshot. Yeah, if you're running that combination, then your Nemesis can outperform the TAC 50. And then on bosses, the Nemesis will outperform anyways. So that's why I bring the Nemesis along anyways for the bosses. But, and then also when you kick off, when you just start for the day and you go out there, right, and you haven't fought anybody yet, you're not gonna have any ammo for your TAC. So that's where the Nemesis slides in also. But on this build, I'm running Technician, which is unusual. It's the only way to get the Artificer. But I'm starting to rethink it, you know, because the reality is I mean, it'd be a really niche build. You know, why do I say that? Because I mean, obviously it's working for us, but I think in the end you would just be better off using the Mantis and having unlimited decoys. They're not gonna have the same duration, but it is more handy to have unlimited decoys than it is to have a long decoy, except for certain situations, you know. So there are certain fights and like legendaries and stuff like that where this would be extremely handy, particular boss fights, and it is handy to have just one decoy out there forever, but you're more flexible by having multiple unlimited decoys, right? You're more flexible because you need to displace a lot. But however, where it also, this build would make sense is more for team play, is probably another way to look at it. Because then you'd be buffing your team skills also. Even if they're running a shield or, you know, a fixer drone or whatever. So your Artificer would be buffing that as well. So it does make sense in a team scenario, but solo, I think I'm probably just better off with the Mantis and not worrying about skill tiers, right? Same build, put on a Mantis. And then I can put Sharpshooter back on. So this would definitely be a team build setup. But for solo, I'm not sure it's gonna make sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense, but I think you'd be better off with the Mantis. However, this is a jack of all trade builds, and so you can just change your skill to whatever you want it to be for whatever mission. So there's that. If you look at it from that perspective, then it absolutely makes sense for solo players. If I feel like I want to change to a fixer, I can put a fixer with the Artificer. Oof. Oh, that one got me hard. You know what I mean? So like a fixer with the Artificer to boost it, or, you know, whatever, traps if you wanted to, or whatever you wanted to do. Drone. Oh yeah, I was looking for you earlier, Tank. I can't remember if we were thinking that you're Loki, right? You're Loki, Loki. I get people's names confused with their gamer tags. Because I wanted to do the incursion this week and see if we can help the community out. And you were mentioning that you were down to help out. I know we were talking about the right mask when you mentioned it, but Grumpy helps out a lot, but he's out of town, so he can't really commit to something. And so if you're down, we could do incursion tomorrow. Oof. And then we just have to get Dragon. You're in Dragon's clan, right? BL Jack's clan? Aren't you in his clan? If you are, could you check with him to see if he's down to run with 5? He's usually pretty down, but I want to know Or I want to run it like probably tomorrow at 5. That's usually when we run him.
Down and out.
Yeah, ask him if you run into him between now and then. I'll try to send him a message if I remember when I get offline. But since you're in this clan, I figure you might have easier access to the Jack. And then, I mean, obviously when we're live streaming and calling to help people, there's no guarantee that there's going to be anybody online that needs an Ouroboros. But we'll have our keys, and so we'll donate our keys to opening the box to help people get the Ouroboros and donate it. So yeah, if you know, we'll just run. You know, we average like 5 runs in a session. Just we run out of keys, and then it kind of seems not too exciting anymore. But I appreciate your help. And I think you've run it with us a few times anyways, haven't you? Yeah, so it's 5 o'clock Pacific time. And then around there, you know, 5:15, something like that. That'll work for me. Yeah, I've been meaning to run it with randos for giggles too, actually, P Wolf. I want to run it just to, I've been meaning to just kind of do an analysis video on what the general player base experiences with matchmaking. Not that I can do anything about it, but anyways, I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. I got up super early, so I'm yawning a lot. I'm tired of yawning in your ear. I know it's kind of a short stream, 2.5 hours. So, yeah, all right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And it looks like if things go right, we'll be doing the incursion, and then that means I'll push my new player walkthrough to Friday, I guess. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll catch you later. Peace out. See you later, Grumps. Thanks, Tanks. Catch you later.